Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
There we go.
Music licensing reimagined.
Get our book map going here. Looking like we had a pretty crazy overnight session. Saw us popping up sometime after we started the overnight session, and yeah, a pretty crazy move last night. So let's get everything signed in here.
Artlist.io.
Okay.
Music licensing reimagined.
Not even anywhere near a price. There we go.
Artlist.io.
Taking off to the moon. Hey, show me the money. Hey, Scott. Good morning. Oh, thanks. Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you, Scott.
Music licensing reimagined.
So I think we got some news coming up this morning, so be careful everybody today. It could be a bit of a wild ride, so practice patience today. We're gonna be fighting probably all-time highs here. So obviously I think longs are in. Whether or not we're gonna get a pullback first, we'll have to see how this ends up playing out. But so far we're extremely bullish, although we did trade up to the top of some channels that we've been in, so we're kind of on the high end of the channel. Let's give you a quick look here what I'm looking at. If we go on to the 1 hour chart here, so we've been stuck sort of in this channel for quite some time here, and we went up and we basically rejected right off the middle of this channel. We did get out of this channel for a bit there, like what was this, Thursday last week, and Friday we kind of came back down in there. So you got to be careful for a big move like that. I mean, I guess we got one of two ways that we're going today. Is we kind of just maybe break above this channel a bit, end up rolling over and heading back down to here and potentially even lower, or we're just going to do a slow grind and just kind of make our way up into this upper channel here. That'd be my two takes for the day. It's pretty hard to predict what's going to happen after an overnight session like that, but we're going to try to stay unbiased today. No real bias, so we're just going to try to let price action tell us what's going to happen here. I got some dramatic music playing. I hope you guys like that. It's good. It's kind of fitting for the price action from yesterday. Did I put my VWAPs there? Just double check my levels here in VWAPs, make sure I got everything in place. That 200 period moving EMA has been pretty important to us also recently, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on that for potential entries. We even tagged it last night on the ES right here. Oops. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, there we go. As you can see on the 5-minute chart here, the 200 EMA has been lagging behind since the end of the day. We ripped up, but in the overnight session, it did pull back and tap right into that, and then look at that, boom. Huge move higher. It's been showing respect yesterday too. Like, see this, we got below it overnight. We bounced off it 1, 2, 3 times before we went below it for a bit, and then we went higher. So that 200 period moving average is definitely pretty important last couple days. So we'll keep an eye on that. And yeah, so looking like we're pretty logged in on everything here. Wonder if anybody was able to catch part of that move on that. Crushed it.
Reimagined.
Hey, Christine. Good morning. Nice to see ya. I guess gotta get my glasses on. You can gotta give Christine an air horn and an applause. Hopefully you catch another amazing trade like you did yesterday. That was a killer one. Let's get this guy going.
Music licensing reimagined.
So 5:30 we had PPI, which is 8:30, so about an hour before open. That's all out. We got a Trump briefing or something at 8:30, so always something to pay attention to.
Artlist IO. Music licensing reimagined.
So we got 5 minutes to the bell here, guys. No big rush this morning, though. We're gonna practice our patience. I have my levels set, not too much to hope, because I think news might just turn us into more of an expansion day. But who knows? Yeah, definitely could happen like that. 100% agree. So.
Artlist IO.
Okay, I just got to set up my levels on my Project X here. So I already got it all done on the side here, but so our high a week, we can kind of move that now because we've made a new high. So previous day high is up at 6,528. Electronic value area high 65.15.
Music licensing reimagined.
Value area high is 65.16. Our point of control 65.07. 75. And 65.07.75 for electronic point of control.
Artlist IO.
Electronic value area high is 6,575. Okay, and our previous day
Music
low
licensing reimagined.
down there, 64.88. There we go. All right, we got our levels in. I gotta put my overnight view up here. Where's that 5 p.m. or 3 p.m. Sorry, 1500. There we go. Label that up red. Let's change our view ups here. Color. Yellow should be blue.
Artlist IO.
Red should be pink. And the pink goes away. Dark blue goes to light blue. And light blue goes away. All right, we're set. And we are like 2 minutes from the bell here. Getting a little bit of a pullback here. So get our ES opened up here on Bookmap.
Artlist IO.
All right, guys. Well, let's be patient today. Don't want to jump into anything too crazy too early. Let this price shake out. Obviously, we've made some big moves. We could be looking bullish. So if we are looking bullish, might want to consider getting in with smaller size. Then you can risk a little bit less. So I'm probably going to trade only maybe like 6 contracts today, maybe 8 contracts at the most. Look for a little base hit on this type of day.
Music licensing
Sort of all-time highs. Let's take a look at the SPY here real quick so we can see a clearer picture of the market. So here we go. This is SPY here. Let's make sure we're not covering anything up. Okay. Let's have enough of this crazy on the edge music. Let's get some sort of like calm music going here. There you go. That's better. Yeah, so let's go back to the hourly here. So we kind of had some higher, we still have a higher high from last week's Friday session. I guess Thursday night to Friday morning. So we do have room to the high side here. Just opened up the new day up there. So Bell, we just opened up. Let me get back to my MNQ or MES there. We'll trade you off to the side here. Pulling back here quite a bit. Might find some support here at the electronic hour VWAP, and then we got the 200 period EMA below that. I'm not that confident to be taking this first touch on the 200 EMA. I know that's a really key level for us, but it's not really lining up with anything at the moment. It's kind of just in no man's land in between above the previous day high. So I mean, we're probably just going to sell off for a bit here since we made such a good move up, and then we'll probably find some support somewhere down at the previous day high or whatnot. We could mark out our London high here, which is right, well, I mean technically this is London high, so don't really need to mark that. We got that as high a week so far. Low of the London session is from like about midnight, so this is midnight, so this is the low of London. So that's kind of interesting. The 200 EMA crossed that or touched that, I mean. Let's change this London low. Save as a template of London low. All right. I didn't take any trades in this account yesterday, so we'll look at taking some trades there. We got our other accounts set up, copy trading still, so that's going to be bounced nicely off that electronic VWAP there. Might be short-lived though.
Music licensing.
I think there's going to be a lot of sellers here today. Let's go back. Let's go to the 1 minute here for a sec. I just want to see what happened there. So that 1 minute candle was pretty heavy selling. 553 down to 544, and then we kind of bounced off there. Now we're fighting. If you look at the 1 minute, we're fighting to get back up above that electronic VWAP and also the 200 EMA there. I just want to break this down a bit further here. So yeah, so lots of seller, a little bit of buyers in there. Then we found some good support there. 44, popped it up, came back to 44, popped it up. 44 is looking pretty interesting right now. Obviously we'll have to wait to see if that wants to continue being an important level. We do have some we did wick it right there, and we have some sort of like doji or indecision candles right in there. And right there also, so that kind of all lining up with that 44 area. So 44 could be an important level for us here, guys. Yeah, we came down, we touched 44, and then we've basically been going higher since. So that electronic hour VWAP is pretty important looking like. Let's get our New York VWAP on here. I gotta put also my New York VWAP on my trading view charts.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Very nice. Okay, so we got all our view ops on, so feeling a little bit better about this. So we got a few minutes here. We got 10 minutes till the opening range is set, so I'm not even going to consider taking a trade until then.
Artlist.io.
We're in the middle of a fair value gap currently. That's also what happened. We bounced off that overnight VWAP, and we're nicely in that fair value gap. We do have a bearish fair value gap just above that, so we'll see how that reacts. Basically this right here.
Music licensing reimagined.
This one is orange. And down below, we have a green one, which was basically from the bottom of that wick there all the way to there. Right about there. So this one is going to be a green. Nice. Okay, guys. Well, hey, I'm not sure if you guys have heard, but check this out. So Top One Futures has new account styles. They're called the Ignite counts. We got the 25K and the 50K Ignite counts. So the 25K has a max loss limit of 1,000, equity stability score of 20%. If you're not sure what the equity stability score is, basically like you have to add your winner, your best winner, and your biggest loser together, and that can only be 20% of your total profit target. So in this one, the profit target is 1,250, right? So if you take that divided by 5, which is 250, that's your max daily or max equity stability score. So that means if you don't have any losses, you could potentially collect $250 per trade and have 5 trading days to hit that profit target. I didn't see anything on minimum trading days. That's not true. I'm gonna have to look more detailed into that part. But anyway, so equity stability score is the max. The biggest loss added to your biggest profit can only be 20% of your profit target for your payout. So let's just say if you were to get 200 loss and a 200 winner, then you're gonna have to multiply 400 times 4. So then that means with this 25K account, you'd still have to get to 2,000 before you could take any pull out any money from that account. So the drawdown is pretty good though. It's end of day drawdown, so it's not like the trailing style like the pro account where if you're up 250 goes back to 0, you end up break even. You're gonna lose $250 off your drawdown. So that's good that it's not like that. It's end of day, so it's whatever it is at the end of the day when you finished up. But yeah, you got to keep that in mind, that it's your biggest loss added to your biggest win, and then that's going to affect your equity stability score. That can only be 20% of your total profit target or for your payout. So profit target $1,250, but look at that price, only $89. So I would say you definitely need to be trading really small, like maybe 1 or 2 micros in this account. Just shooting for kind of like $100 max win loss kind of thing would be the safe way to go. Maybe 150 sort of, if you can get it to go, but I wouldn't be pushing it too far past there, because then you could, if you did 150 winning day, you could have $100 max losing day, and then that would put you at your 250, and then that's how you can get to your profit target as fast as possible. But keep that in mind. So if you're $150, so that's 11 days of profitable days at $150. You could hit that profit target. So it has its own challenges, but on the same note, we also have the 50K Ignite account. So I hope you guys like my little artwork. artwork here. This is supposed to be me. I don't know why I'm holding the cigar there, but I did that. If you guys saw this one, this is a nano banana. I took a picture of myself and my dog, and I threw it in nano banana, and we got me sitting on a king chair, and Ralph's on a plushy stool, and added Market Butcher up above. Got a cigar and a nice meat cleaver, a butcher's cleaver in there, so it's pretty funny. But anyways, back to the top one futures here. We got 5 minutes until the range is set here. So the 50K account is max loss limit is 2,000 for this account. So that's in line with their usual 50K account. But keep in mind, here's that equity stability score again. So we got 20% equity stability score. Daily loss limit. Daily loss limit? Should that be daily loss limit? Let me just double check here, guys. Sorry. I made these guys up yesterday, so I just want to double check, make sure it didn't make an incorrect image here for that. Let's just get down to it here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Oh yeah, so I didn't mention the 25K has a daily loss limit of 500, right? So keep that in mind. Yeah, so that is correct. So daily loss limit of 1,000. So you're capped at how much drawdown you can, sort of have in the day. So if you have a trade going against you and you're have like a little too heavy in it, you could get stopped out a little bit easier. But to be honest, 1,000 daily loss limit isn't bad, especially you can't really pass this account in one trading day anyways. So we got the drawdown is the end of day, and your profit target is 2,500, right? So equity stability score to 2,500, 20%, so 5 would be
music licensing reimagined.
500. Yeah, 5 times 5 is 25. So that means you could have, if you want to split the equity or your win loss right down the middle, so 250 loss, 250 winner. That's kind of like what you would need to be at. So if it's a 250 winner, you're going to need 10 days of profitable trading to get to your profit target of 250. If you're thinking like you didn't lose anything. So, and then these accounts are only $149. So they're some of the cheaper accounts that you can get into a funded account. So if you're looking for something cheaper where you're going to trade conservative and take your time and get those W's, definitely consider the top one futures, and definitely feel free to use my code MBT Market Butcher Trades. You can get the discount off any of those guys. So yeah, they're looking like some pretty interesting options for us. So there we go. Did my advertising for the morning. Thank God that's over. No. But I think that we can do a drum roll and the air horns, and then we'll finish it up with an applause. So we can get on to the moving day here, trading day here. So we got about a little over a minute until this range is set. So I'm just gonna set up this. Where's our 6:30? Here we go, 6:30 right there. So let's do this here. Label this out. This is our opening range. So this guy's orange here. Looking like we're pushing out the top of it a little bit. Let's see here. Or not quite pushing out the top, but we're getting close. Flirting with that 9 EMA. Just going to take a look at the Mag 7 real quick. See what we got going on here. Oh, Mag 7's got a huge sell-off right now. This is a 15-minute chart. So look at that 15-minute candle there, guys. Just basically almost straight down. Let's pop it into the 5 here. Break it down a bit more. So it looks like we opened up pretty high. Did a slight little pop, like 2 points up, and then we've been going lower ever since here, breaking below the VWAP there, previous day VWAP.
Music licensing reimagined.
And we'll just put our New York VWAP on here also, since we are looking at it. 630. Put this guy back over here. All right. So far, we're just chopping in the range. Let's check out this 15-minute candle here too. So definitely found some support off that previous day or electronic VWAP. Where's our 200 EMA is way out of the picture on the 15-minute chart. And also looking like that on the 5-minute chart. Is that true? Yes, that's correct.
Music licensing.
The NQ is actually currently sitting on the 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart, just below the top of the range there. Let's take a look here at NQ real quick. I'm not completely committed to just trading only one of these indices, but if I am going to trade this guy, definitely going to have to look at adjusting these levels real quick. Previous day high 887.75, 887.75. There we go. Value area high 855, 854. $854. There we go. 855 for the electronic hours. There we go.
Music licensing reimagined.
POC 42 and 37. 42, 837. There we go. And value areas are 790. 790 and 786. Let's get this monthly POC. And 86.
Music licensing reimagined.
86. Where is our monthly POC? That's a developing POC. So let's change this one to our developing POC. I'm going to stop labeling it monthly. Developing POC. Save as template. And that one is right at 851. So this should be a gold color.
Artlist.io.
Overwrite that one. There we go. Developing POC. 851.50.
Music licensing reimagined.
So we're finding some support here, guys, at this 200 EMA. Might want to think about taking. I might jump in here with 3 NQs. Actually, since it's 10Q, we'll probably even go a little bit smaller. We'll go with 2 here. We're kind of at the bottom of that channel we were talking about earlier. So let's try to get it. Let's get an entry there. We'll basically target this previous day high for our stop loss, and we'll what are we going to look here for on the high side? We could just shoot for the sort of the top of that candle back there. maybe front run it a bit for now. Let me just get onto the NQ here and try to look at the orders, what we got. So we're looking at a 55-point stop to a 72-point take profit here. Although if we do break the 200 EMA with some momentum, I'll probably think about getting out earlier. There, we do have 24,000 up above, which has a ton of orders. So actually, that's going to be a pretty key area. We might want to cover some just right before there. We'll have to see how it reacts once it gets up there, but you know, that kind of reduces our take profit quite a bit actually. So we could just do something like this, 160 to 220 TP. Just give it a little bit of room off that 200 EMA. I mean, this could be a loser trade. I'm only risking $160 on this trade, so we're starting to pull back here a bit more again. Oh, look at that. Hey, oh my gosh, did you guys see that? So we definitely got in that one a little too early. Hey, holding that good thing we moved our stop up a bit there, because we would have taken almost actually, we wouldn't have been out there. That's too bad. Anyways, one trade down out of this account. And yeah, it figures, right? That was quite the whipsaw move there. Fell off a cliff from 37 down to 12. So I don't know if anybody caught that move, but hopefully if you did, you're on the right side of it. Jeez. So small loss to get out the gate. That's why we were going small, because no telling what this market's going to do at these all-time highs. But I think we need to play a sound effect for that, guys. So let's turn that up. Anyways, let's forget about that trade. Let's pretend that never happened. I'm just going to throw up a little... I was going to mark it up on my chart, but I just don't want to clutter up my chart just yet. So I could have held it. I could have put my stop down where it was previous day low. I wouldn't have been out of that trade. But also, if this continues lower at this point, that was lucky that I did. So he's stopped out a little bit early. But so far, looking like we're bouncing here, guys. That's too bad. What can you do, right? Let's take a look at the MES here to see what it did. Because it obviously had a bit of a wick down also, right to the bottom of the range. And it's buying its way up here again. Shoot. Not a very good start. There, guys. Small lose. It's just a paper cut, so I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, that's too bad.
Artlist.io.
So probably gonna have to try to be extra patient. I know we were trying to be patient. That's why we sized in small with only 2 NQs. But hey, that thing ripped down like a bullet. 50 to 44. So a good. Where was our entry here? Let me show that back on NQ. I just want to see how many points we ended up losing. We lost 10 on the ES there with that move.
Music licensing reimagined.
So 903. So we entered at 44 and we went to 903. So we basically, that was like an instant 40-point dive there. It's finding support here again on the 200 EMA, but with this volatility, I'm not very convinced we can just jump into a long here and ride it up, you know. So let's try to be patient here, guys. Looks like we got 6 viewers right now, 3 on Randy's channel, 3 on my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, please, everybody. Appreciate that. And I'm just going to change up my banners here.
Licensing reimagined.
Just so everybody on both channels knows where they can see the other channels. So if you're on Randy's channel, you can come check out my channel. Like on the banner says there, at Market Butcher. That's my channel name. You can Market Butcher Trades is the best way to search for it, since it's cluttered and covered up by a bunch of meat market butchers. So and then if you're on my channel, make sure you check out Randy Bain's channel, RandyBains. You can head over there and also hit subscribe so you won't miss out any of that content that we are releasing here on a day-to-day basis. Today is just me so far, and tomorrow we'll be live on Randy's channel. Sorry, excuse me. So again, we're finding some support down here at the 200 EMA. Probably should have been patient, waited for an entry down there.
Music licensing.
Let's watch our MES here. MES is definitely looking a little more bullish, guys. We're holding better. Dow pulled back a bit. Let's see here. Dow's pulled back but found a little support, similar to the way NQ is looking, though it's a little more bearish. So we did rip up. We bounced off the top of that channel, interestingly enough, on the ES, but NQ didn't quite get to the top of the channel. Now we're back down below that channel on the NQ. Getting a nice little take of the New York here.
Music
moving up.
licensing reimagined.
Still in this bullish fair value gap here on ES. So let's see how we react here on this with the New York VWAP there. So we did close on the 1 minute above. It wasn't the most convincing candles though, with this wick on the top side. Let's see how it reacts when we get back down to this area. I'm going to check out to see if we can see any 1 minute fair value gaps on we're looking all bearish fair value gaps on the ES right now. On the one, we have one from pre-market on the high, on the 5, which we're in, and a bearish one up above, like we showed earlier right there. So if we can invert this guy, we're definitely looking bullish. So if we did take a trade from the New York, we'd probably want to get out somewhere, you know, at the start of this fair value gap. But we'll keep an eye on this this candle here, how it's closing. So we opened right there. Some nice little bit of a move there. So are we just going to wick back down? Let's see. Going to give this candle a few seconds to play out. Might think about taking a long here, just shooting for this fair value gap there. So we can't seem to get past this 52 area. Let's get on the ES over here so we can see what's going on. There was some orders at 52. They took it a little bit earlier, and then now we're kind of back up there, and the orders are not really showing, but we're having trouble getting past that area. So we got 54 and 55 up above. So right there, I'm gonna actually take a long here, guys, if I can get in. We're just gonna target this we're not going to have a huge stop on this. We're only going to go 37. Let's see if we cannot get up to this next level here. If we end up getting stopped out on this trade, it's going to be a small trade, not looking for a whole lot. Might add to it here if we look like we're moving up pretty good. Second break of the range here. We do have orders at 59 above this area, so actually let's go with our target there. So we're going to risk 41 to make potentially 100 or so. Gonna add there if we can. There we go, we added. Gonna add some more there, and let's move our profit, take profit down a bit here. Actually, let's keep it where we are. We're gonna drag up our stop though. Not gonna drop this just yet, hoping that we're gonna continue out of this a little bit higher here. We'll just move it to the bottom of this candle for now. Let's give this a little more space. We do have some orders up at 64. So let's front run that a bit, hoping that we're going to get a bit more of a move here. All three of them sort of bouncing a bit. So we'll try to be patient here. We should actually keep our stop just below the New York VWAP there. Might end up getting a bit of a pullback here. We do want a closure on the 5 minute, would be nice, up above this fair value gap. That would be a real good confirmation that we're definitely going to be moving higher here. We pull back towards our entry price. I'm going to add one more in here. We got 2.5 minutes, almost 3 minutes left on this 5 minute candle here.
IO.
What's the top of that wick? So we got it way up there, hey? 70, orders up at 70. Orders up at 65. So actually, let's go with 63.50 here for that. Let's take off a couple here at limit sell 3 there at the 59s. If we can just break this high, we'll take off another 3 up here at 61.25, and then that would leave us 3 for the full take profit at the end there. Just keeping the idea of trying to pay myself at somewhat of those key levels. So since we, didn't make it past 59 on the previous attempt, I would say it's a good level to just take some profits. We'll reduce our risk a little bit.
Music licensing reimagined.
We got 1 minute and 15 seconds left on this candle. Hopefully we're going to invert that bearish fair value gap, just making us look a little bit more like we're being bullish. So $59. We do have a bunch of orders at 58.75. So let's put our take profit. First one there. Next set of orders near the 61 is 59.75. It looks like. Nope, right at 60. So yeah, so we'll put this. Let's not. 60 after 60. If we pop through the 59s, there we go. We got out some of our order there.
Music licensing reimagined.
So we're down only 74 so far on the day. Basically break even if I were to drag my stop up there to, somewhere in profit. So we're actually going to reduce our risk here on what's left. If it does end up coming back down, we'll stop out for a smaller loss here. Don't really want to get stopped out, but okay, so we did close above that fair value gap. So this technically is now a bullish fair value gap. So let's change that to a green one. So we might get a pullback into this area, but if we get below that, that would definitely be a pretty serious invalidation point. Yeah. Let's see if we keep taking some momentum up here. I'm thinking we could add, but at this point, I don't really want to add too much more. We're going to mess up our entry price a little too much since we already added a couple times. But we do need to break this. I don't know how long we're going to sustain this run here, guys. So if we start moving up towards this, I might end up moving our stop here to the bottom of this 5-minute candle once we get closer to closing it. The book looks like it got a little bit thicker here. We got some new orders sort of at 59 area, which is kind of where we rejected off of that. So we, 875 rejected, now 59 rejected. Let's see if we can't just plow right through there right now. Looking like it. Okay, there we go. Nice. Beautiful. Next TP's up there at 61. Looking like we might be getting there pretty quick. So like I said, if we do get up there, I'm probably just going to stop put my stop here in well into profit a bit. It's going to bring our average price up since we're closing out part of this position. But let's keep this going here, boys. Let's go, bulls. There we go. Almost out. Are we going to get a couple more ticks here? We need half a point more to get that target. Pulling back here a bit, which is going to be a normal. Hoping that we're going to keep going bullish though. Indices are looking good. Dow's selling off, but it's also kind of looking like it found sort of support at the New York VWAP. Back down towards the 59s here. Let's see that 59 be support. Hey Zar, good morning. Are you in a long right now? How you doing? We're gonna get tapped out here, guys. We need there we go. We're tapped out. So I'm gonna go to the bottom of this candle now. We're back in profit from that first loss by $14. So I'm actually going to move this up here. Let's put a little sell order here. We'll limit sell to. If we do end up getting to this area, we'll close out to what's our next biggest price. So 62 has got orders, 63's got orders. But looking like the heaviest orders are sort of at the 63.75. So let's go 63.25 here. If we pull back down here, might end up getting stopped out. I'm not gonna take this out of profit at this point. We've already captured too much to be turning this trade into a negative. So I will lower this down a bit though. We'll just go with about $20 profit. $20 more. Worst case scenario, we're back in the green anyways. Could think about it. I'm gonna take one off here actually, and then we'll close this. We'll make this into a single order. Just looking like it wants to pull back here and stop me out, so I just felt like I should take one more off at that point. Had a short at the open, still a little bearish until the gap gets filled from yesterday's close. Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely looking like I might be getting stopped out here on my 2 remaining contracts. Let's just go to break even here since we did take one more off there. Would rather stick in this trade and potentially, or at least we're green so far from our first loss. If it ends up going down and wicking us out here, so be it. But let's hope for some more bullish movement here. The bulls are in for now. this could be the move higher before we're just going to turn around. I feel like we do want to sweep this top of this candle before we head lower, but we could, get caught in some market breath there, a little pullback before we go higher. Pulling back a bit again here though. Are we finding support here at the 58-59 area? Looks like it, but
music licensing
pretty close to our stop loss, so we might be getting taken out here, which again, like I said, it's no big deal. We recovered that first whipsaw loss, instant loss from earlier. So 2 trades on this account. Probably won't take any more on this account. We'll move over to a different account and for any potential future trades. So I'm gonna stand up here, guys. So kind of give it some momentum to go higher, hopefully. As we're raising up the desk, the price is going up here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Finish my electrolytes here. Got to work on that so I can get into the coffee. Really wishing I didn't get stopped out earlier on that pullback, but I guess that's what I get for going on NQ. Pulling back a bit here. Let's see the MNQ here. Well, I would have been only 903. Oh, that was a sell. I bought it at 944.
Artlist.io.
So we would have been up 10-ish points at that point, but can't cry over spilled milk, right? Moving a little higher here, guys. Hopefully we can get up to the TP there without getting stopped out. That'd be the dream.
Music licensing reimagined.
That'd be the hopium here. Just tuning in on my phone. Good morning, Jose. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. So obviously you're not trading this morning. You must be out and about or something already. Tempted to move my stop up here, but would prefer to get this TP hit first. If we do, we're going to start trailing a little bit tighter if we do tag out this last contract. And we might just close off our final contract here to just see and just trail on the 5 minute or so, giving us lots of space where we can still make profit, but hopefully see this thing move higher.
Music licensing reimagined.
Kind of looking like we might end up pulling back down to this to the top of this fair value gap. So really hope we're just going to move higher here first. Still, I have my iPad with me. Have to show up every day. Nice, yeah, of course. You got to get put in those reps, right? Get in that market experience, whether you're trading or not. Just be in there and looking for your setups and stuff can really pay off, right? Come on, boys, let's go. 62.75 up there. Got my orders. $1 point and 1.25 points above this high of this wick here. Are we gonna go right now? Looking like we might be moving higher here. Come on, boys. Where are all the buyers at? Rejected there at the 61.50. We got some sellers stepping in up there at the 61.50 area. Pulling back again here, guys. We went dark blue there for a moment. We tipped into the 59 there for a second, and then we bounced. So we do have a fair value gap there. The top of the fair value gap is 57. 37 right there. So this can actually be up a little bit higher.
Music licensing reimagined.
Just below, actually, the top, just below that wick right there. Come on, bulls, here we go. Nice new candle opened here on the 5 minute. We're up high here. So I got 2 contracts left, not a whole lot of profit available on those. We're only up 42 on the 2 contracts, so a little over $20 on each contract with its current price. Starting to get impatient on this one. Here we go. We're gonna get it. We did break the 62s on the book. Have a high of this candle of
Artlist.io.
We're gonna give it a couple more ticks here. We got order at 63. There's about 100 orders at 63. Hopefully I don't regret that, but just want to squeeze a little bit more out of this trade if we can, and then we're gonna leave the last contract to run.
Music licensing reimagined.
With a break-even stop. So we didn't quite hit we wouldn't have got taken out on that trade anyways. 75 is where we were. We went up to the flat 63 there. Looking like we're building up some pressure here though. So I'm feeling like we need to push this even higher now. 63.50. Because if we do, once we do pop out of this 62.25, we're gonna definitely jump up here. Let's just move our take profit a little bit higher here too, just so we don't automatically get wicked out of this trade. We want to leave a runner, see if we can't get a little bit more of a continued move on that. Come on, buyer, step in here. No new gaps. These candles have been too tight here to create a fair value gap. So we're just sort of like consolidating, moving higher. Could be a slow grind day, guys, you know? Could be a slow grind. So that's why I want to kind of leave a runner.
Artlist.io.
So at least if we can get out this one, we'd be at like $50 profit in this account on the day. But
Artlist.io.
Pulling back here a bit. Hate to say it, but we are due for a bit of a pullback here. Just hope these buyers are still there. Gonna protect us in this position here. We got that 58 is kind of a pretty key level. Sellers are coming in pretty strong here, guys. Might end up getting wicked out on this downside. Let's hope that this 58 area holds again, because we're pretty tight with our price and our stop here. Looking like we might get stopped out here, guys. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to take us out. There we go. We're out. Anyways, recovered the loss from the first trade. This was a very nice trade. Went in pretty small size. Or 3, added 3, and then got out 3. Sold 1, and then had the 2 left. Ended up getting stopped out. Break even. Let's exit that last contract there. So 2 trades in this account.
Music licensing reimagined.
It's green by $37, so not a whole lot here. So we'll probably just be patient now, wait for this price action to tell us what the next step is going to be. But yeah, that was a decent trade, considering we recovered our loss and then some. Wasn't really trading the profit or the profit there, P&L. Just kind of ended up working out how it did. Found support at the 9 EMA there. Technically, we could do a handoff here. Been kind of holding that pretty decently also. Dipped into that fair value gap and then went higher.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, the Dow's looking, or I mean, the NQ is definitely looking more bearish than the ES, but so we got 6 people in my channel. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate that. Thanks for showing up. And 2 in Randy's. That definitely is worth of an applause. Thank you for coming in. Take a minute, hit that like button. Just help support this stream. There's no cost involved. Just maybe a couple of electrons you got to send to your fingertip to hit that mouse button. But 2 trades so far. Got caught in that move down on NQ. I had the right idea going long where we were. Just, stop was a little too tight. If I would have just kept the stop where I had it, we would have been okay, because we had it down below. That's not the right chart. MNQ here. We did have it down below at the previous day high originally. And yeah, too bad there. Got wicked out when I moved it up. And then look at that, it just went higher. So yeah, unfortunately, that's the name of the game though. Just how it works when you make errors on your positioning. It's what happens. Let's get our New York view up on here too, and frame in our range here. Is this the 45? That was 50. So the 45 candles there. So we did break the bottom of the range on NQ there a bit.
Music licensing
before we went higher. Sorry, that should be purple, not brown. All right, I think I'm gonna grab a coffee. I'll be right back.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, so longs were definitely the way to go this morning. Now, that being said, how long is it going to last is the question. Like yesterday, we were short-minded early on, but it definitely didn't last. I was thinking we were going to get a pullback before we went higher. So in the same sense that for this is we could be getting a push higher before we pull down lower. When we were up here on the NQ, I saw it this morning when I first woke up, and I was like thinking, the bottom of that channel is definitely looking pretty tempting, which that price down there on the bottom of the channel for NQ is at 940. So we did dip below that channel a bit here, and then we held it for these 3 candles here. So we are definitely looking bullish still. So far, I wouldn't mind seeing a breakout of this trend line, because it's looking like it's formed pretty nice and clean so far. Wouldn't mind getting a touch off a bit with a little pullback before we break it. Then we would just have a little more confirmation that that's really the trend line. You know? So we took 2 trades in this account. We should probably just wrap that account up there. We do have a fresh, clean account, no trades here. I also have my Lucid accounts, which I could consider taking a trade on. These are my copy traded test accounts. I do want something pretty clean for us to trade if we're going to do this.
Music licensing reimagined.
Did we just pop up right there when I was looking away? sort of, we kind of getting that, what I was talking about there, that test on the top of the range, although it didn't wick right to it or anything. So let's see what this candle does. If we might end up breaking up above and then, you know, pulling back a bit.
Artlist.io.
But this is typically a bullish pattern here. Let's clone this actually, because we can because it looks like the bottom of the channel looks pretty clean too. Like, look at that.
Artlist.io.
So pretty clear looking channel right now.
Music licensing reimagined.
Fit Mom Krista's in a long. Targeting the highs of the NQ. I wouldn't mind seeing a pullback to the New York VWAP for a potential entry. We've been holding the top of the New York VWAP throughout this this consolidation period here. Bounced up, sort of rejecting off the top of this trend line, which is kind of what I was talking about. Hopefully we'll get a pullback from here, and then we'll go to retest it a little bit later here.
Music
So I mean,
licensing reimagined.
in theory, we could take a little short on this, where we are right now.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
See what we're gonna get here, guys. Just be patient and enjoy our coffee. If this is a flat day, it's a flat day, you know. Like, we don't gotta rush it too much. With these all-time highs, are definitely hard to trade.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'm not sure what those are, but they're pretty cool. 3 little boxes. Never had that on my screen before. I'm actually just gonna run to the bathroom here, guys, real quick. I will be right back.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Pulling back a bit here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Getting a bit of a pullback here on the NQ or the ES, guys. Right at the New York VWAP right now. Are we going to take this and see a little bit more of a move down? Let's go back to the MES here. So we kind of have a bearish or a bullish divergence. Is it bullish or bearish? Let me see. So yeah, we kind of have a clear divergence. I've said before, I'm not super clear as to how this reacts to price, right? But we have a bullish divergence on the ES versus the NQ. So as you can see, right before the opening here, we had this little high. We've actually pushed higher than that on ES, but the NQ had that high, and then we're actually lower. So we are above. So I think that this might indicate a bit of a move lower.
Artlist.io.
I mean, I could be wrong here, but let's be patient and see how this ends up continuing out here. But yeah, we could be looking at a move lower here right now for a bit. Anyways.
Artlist.io.
fell down below that that fair value gap on the 5 minute. So this is actually now gone, right? Yeah. So what we can do is we can just kind of move this over a bit, because there's actually now a bearish fair value gap right at this wick here. And then that goes to the bottom of that wick. So it's basically like that. We'll change this color to orange. So we got a bearish fair value gap there. So
Artlist.io.
Getting a little bit of market breath here. Finding some support there at the New York VWAP on the ES. Didn't really get below it.
Music licensing reimagined.
630 candle.
Artlist.io.
Getting a nice little pullback here, guys. I did take a short on my on one of my my take profit trader account here, so you can see I entered 2 short there. I added 2 here. I had another order here sitting in case we pulled back up there, but if we continue lower, I'll probably end up going for a small win today on that. Sort of targeting, you know, the electronic VWAP would be nice. So at the 49s there, so about three points lower. Might consider taking some off here. So at the 49.25, I'm gonna put a order for buy 2. So I'm only in on this one by 4 contracts. So, and then we'll put another 2 order down there at the sort of the bottom of the range where we had a bunch of wicks, in case we do end up wicking into this area again. So we're due for a little bit of a breath on the market here, a little pullback. Doesn't mean that we're going to continue pulling back very far. That's why I got my TP, you know, at a relatively close area. Not looking to take too much out of this trade if this works out. Okay, falling down there. We're a couple ticks away from that first order there. I might as well bring this guy back up for you guys here. See everything clear there? Yes.
Artlist.io.
Looking like we're a couple ticks away from that first TP, which is the New York VWAP. So 49.25. We're up $82 in this trade here. Just hoping for a little bit more of a move down here. I could consider closing this out earlier, or at least I'm gonna get rid of this order here. If we do tag that, I'll put my stop here right at break even of our second set of orders, because that's where our price will end up being. Like we're finding some support though there, guys. We didn't quite dip down to the New York, so we could think about trying to get in on that 57 order again here. If we bounce up into this area, what is this, 57.50, the one I just took off. See some move here lower, guys. Hopefully we got those orders down below. We got pretty close there. 49. Let's see on here. What do we got? We do have 49.50 on the book. Quite a few orders there. 49.50. So we'll match those orders there. Could even go to 49.75. Just front run those orders just to be on the safe side.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
So we're currently up about $70 on this trade, 80 now. Let's see if we can't get that move down here. If we start picking up steam here, I could always just move this down a little bit more. Looks like those orders actually, yeah, they're still there. Those orders are still there. I thought they pulled it off. So I was thinking about going a little bit lower here, but let's just front run those orders. Looking for to cover some of this trade. We will be pretty much going break even on the remainder if we can get down there. MQ's up above VWAP, but we are currently fighting to stay above the New York here. So our average price is basically right here, which is going to be break even on this trade. So if we get much above that, I might end up just closing us out here, because this could be, you know, the move before we end up just going higher, right? Not looking to take a big loss on this trade here.
Artlist.io.
I think our move lower might be ending here, guys.
Artlist.io.
Although, you know, typically we are going to pull back and go a little bit higher before we get our next leg. So it's not, we're not out of the woods yet, or we're not dead in this trade yet. Still up $27 right now. But we definitely want to see it moving lower here. So we're sitting on the 5-minute chart here. The Dow is definitely pulling back quite a bit, more so than both of the other indices. Let's take a look at the Mag 7. Mag 7 did find support, and it's kind of sitting in the middle of its price range. So we got 5 viewers right now. Sweet. 4 in my channel, 1 in Randy's. Thanks for showing up, everybody. We're back to almost break even on that trade there. Don't really want to let it go against me too much. If it does, just because we're in such a bullish day, it could just continue ripping. So we'll be patient here, though. We'll at least give it to the top of this wick here.
Licensing reimagined.
We do have the bearish fair value gap, though, slightly above. So really our invalidation point is at the 559, which is basically my entry price. So that, keeping that in mind, I think we would kind of think about stopping out up there. If it ends up looking like it wants to close up above that bearish fair value gap.
Artlist.io.
So still considering adding to this, because until we break out of the top of this channel, top of this range, we definitely could be still moving lower, right? Like, it could be, if the sellers are protecting this high, they might be pushing us lower.
Music licensing reimagined.
Come on, Bears, let's go. Bears are here. So something that I've been doing is I got some weights over here. So sometimes when I'm just being patient, waiting for this to happen, I'll just do some curls and some shoulders and some presses and push-ups too. But I can't really do push-ups while I got the headphones on. So why not exercise and trade at the same time, right? Instead of being so lazy sitting in my chair the whole time. Good morning there, Mr. Dad. How you doing? You just checking in now? Looks like we got 7 viewers. Everyone's gonna come watch me curl these 8-pound dumbbells. Maybe help clarify the price action for us today. A little bit of exercise. Getting a little pullback now. It's pretty nice.
Music licensing.
Nothing else to do while we're waiting, right? Oh, nice. Show me the money. He's got a curling bar by his desk. Awesome. Yeah. Rather than us just sitting around waiting for price to do nothing, just burn a couple extra calories. For myself, I'm hate to say it, but I'm 45. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but not liking the price action here, guys. Looking like we're going bullish.
Artlist.io.
But yeah, we got to keep lifting weights so we can try to keep that muscle mass on. 57.50.
Music licensing reimagined.
Pretty decent bounce there. Nice, good rejection there. Just looked away for a second. I was thinking you were 35. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. That's funny because lots of people are basically shave about 10 years off my age. So it's all those years of playing sports, keeps your body, mind, and everything younger. So maybe it'll be like a tipping point where one day I just automatically look old. But thanks for that. Appreciate that. That's worth putting it up there and also giving a little bit of applause. Thank you for that. Looking like our camera's a little low though, but that's the only thing about when I move the desk higher like this. All right, we're back close to the money on both contracts here. How are we going to move lower here? I need some lunch money, guys. Send me the lunch money. Our lunch money's down at 65.49.75 here.
Reimagined.
Let's adjust our banner here. What else we got? Let's go with a little, it's not financial advice for now. On a day like today too. But rocking my Vancouver coffee cup today. pretty cool. I like these Tim Hortons cups. Pretty interesting. So they got actually new cups available. I'm gonna grab it real quick for you. It's a Halloween cups.
Artlist.io.
I should actually be drinking out of this guy right now because it's like a black cat Tim Hortons cup. Let's see, and this has like color
Music
activation
licensing
from heat,
reimagined.
and then also on the back here, there's hard to see it. It's right there. You can kind of see it's shiny there. So as you put hot coffee or whatever in there, it activates. So I'll switch my drink over here. It's not very hot, so I'm gonna have to get a fresh cup here, but show you guys what it looks like after it activates the color.
Artlist.io.
So they got like a black cat one and they got a ghost one.
Music licensing reimagined.
And there you go. See, look at that now. Check that out. The cup is full now of drink, and then if you look at the back, look at that. A ghost in it coming out of a Timbits container. So if you're not Canadian and you don't know what I'm talking about, Timbits is like the center of the donut hole. So they punch out the center, but it ends up making it like, a little donut that you can have. And then they have all these different flavored ones, and you can get like, Timbits, a box of 12 or 24 Timbits. So, but yeah, I'm liking it. Look at even I think this little thing right there lit up, and the eyes are glow in the dark. So pretty cool little cup. Ooh, that's hot. That's some hot coffee. Here we go, boys. Come on. Get us out. 2 of those contracts here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Getting close to up $100 right now on this trade in this account here. Not looking for anything crazy today. I don't really like trading all-time high areas. It's pretty unpredictable, and usually I don't have a whole lot of levels to trade to. So if we do get tagged out here, I'll definitely be bringing my stop to break even, which would be down here at the 53. So we might end up getting stopped out right away after that. Yeah, so it would be a buy to stop if we can get down there, getting close. I feel like we're just building up pressure though. We got orders down there. We got 49.75. They got a little bit of orders in front of the 75 now, so I'm not so worried about that level being the roadblock here anymore. So I'm gonna bring it down to 49 there. If we get a move down, it's probably going to be a bit of a jump here. So why not try to capture just a little bit more on those orders? Here we go. Are we going to get it? Or did I miss it because I moved it? That would be that would sting a bit. Hey guys, that would sting. Come on, don't do that to me. Don't do it to me. Just so you guys know, talking to the market does not help. Let's blow on our screens, everybody. Blow it down. Here we go. You're right there, boys. Come on. They're sitting at 49. Orders at 49. We do have 49.75 was kind of that. Never actually got to the 70. Oh, we did get to the 79 or 75. We went down to the 50s.
Music licensing reimagined.
So, looking like we missed it, guys. I got greedy. Let's just see this push continue a little bit lower here. We're in between the overnight VWAP, which is at 49.50. Of course, that's what stopped us there at the 50s. I should have looked at my other chart before. I was only looking at Bookmap, and I missed the fact that our overnight VWAP is right there.
Artlist
So
IO.
that could definitely be our support. We're coming back up to the New York VWAP at 53s here. So that's kind of, hopefully we just get rejected there. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's looking bullish now again, guys. So we're up 62.50 on this trade. Those second orders are now break even. Any higher, we'll be losing money on those. Cutting into our profits from our initial entry up there at the 59s. So, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? We have I'm gonna double check so the MACD is rolling over a bit. We are red, forming red candles, so that means we're on a down slope, and we're pretty open, so it doesn't look like we're gonna stop moving lower here. But you know, all we need is one nice big bullish candle, and that will close that gap over there. So I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So this is the MACD, and you see how there's a gap there between this yellow line and this blue line. So typically when we're heading higher, you can see you get a little space in there. It's angled up, and then we kind of like topped there at the open, went a little bit lower, went higher again, covered. See how quickly that changed. But now we're still on a downward slope, and we're pretty spread out, decently spread out, not too spread out. But so it's still looking okay, like we are gonna potentially roll over a bit more here. So not too concerned just yet. We are back to my entry price on my ad there. Starting to take out our price there a bit. The book is really empty above. We do have orders at 47 and 46 down below, which is kind of in this area of where all those wicks are. So we got 5 viewers, 4 in my channel, 1 in Randy's. Thanks again, guys. Always appreciate you guys showing up. Feel free to comment if you have any questions or anything. I'd love to try to answer, provide value in any way possible. I don't know if you guys saw this earlier, but if you haven't checked it out yet, Nano Bananas from like Intel is a pretty sweet looking thing. You can make these like realistic images and videos, or not videos, images. So originally, you know, I had this, and then I just said to it, like, go add a butcher knife, butcher's meat cleaver in the left hand, and put my name on the apron. I got them to put a little bandana around Ralph's neck with Ralph's name on there, and then also Market Butcher up top there, just to like give it a whole thing. But I think it's pretty cool. So this is actually a picture of me and Ralph that I uploaded. So you upload it and then ask it to design a photo around your photos. And like the photo that I uploaded doesn't look anything like this, but it just takes your face and takes your, you know, in this case, your pet, and basically does whatever you want. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty interesting. And then there's some AI video making software too that you can use, and you can pretty much animate this if you wanted. But let's get this back up here so we can watch this trade. We did sell off a little bit from where we were there on this 5-minute candle, bounced up, got finally rejected. So looking like we might be coming back down all the way to these look, they pulled these orders off actually down here at the 48s. So I'm actually going to move my TP to just to front run those 48s in case they're hiding those orders on us. And we're just going to get that next move down here, a quick sweep down there. We'll cover those 2 contracts. Here, new candle starting. It's looking like it wants to go lower. We got to break these 50s though. It's a pretty key level, just a psychological level, 55 or 550 area. I know we also found support at that 49 and 48 area. So let's see if we can't just rip through this here a bit, because we didn't quite get below there very much on that last wick, although we did take out those orders at 50. So it could be just sort of like what they call an iceberg order, where if you can imagine how there's so much more ice under the water in an iceberg, and then only the tip is showing. So they might only show that they have like 100 orders there, but really they have like 1,000 orders, but most of it they're just not putting it live to the market, and they're just kind of like activating it on the bid or the ask, depending on what direction they're going. So that could be what we're looking at the 550 level here. Is pretty key, and not breaking through it just yet. NQ's bouncing a bit right now. The Dow really fell off, guys. Like, it's just heading lower. That's why ES is looking a little bearish. We did find a little bit of support at the value area high on the Dow here. As you can see, like, this was that wiki candle that we all had. Then we had the opening, and we basically went sideways and then went lower. We found our first bit of support here down there. So that could be not very good for my trade right now if we're finding support down there, because I was hoping that the Dow was going to continue to pull us lower. But right now we got the NQ and the ES both bouncing a bit along with the Dow down at that low. So a little concerned here now that we might be making our turn pretty soon. We are finding support also at the electronic VWAP, coming back up to that New York VWAP there. That's where I added the second set of contracts into my trade there. So we really need to reject off this and attempt those 50s again. Fingers crossed. Although we don't really have any new information to say that we are going to be bullish right now. So we're still keeping this in mind that we are looking like we're going to go lower here. We're due for a Randy B summoning candle, flaccid Randy B candle heading lower here, guys. Randy B candle, if you don't know, is a boner candle, but it can go either way. We call it flaccid if it's going down, and we call it just a regular good old boner candle if it's going up. So hopefully we get a flaccid Randy B boner candle to the downside. Take out some of these orders here. We got our other two contracts down below, which would be 53 to 46. So we're looking for about 7 points on those contracts, and these contracts are at 48 and we were at 59. So we're looking at 10-11 points winner on these trades if we can get tagged out. Looking like we're starting to push back down here to the 50s. Sitting right on the overnight VWAP right now. We need to break that. We've still got a little bit of room to the New York on NQ, which is promising. Dow's pulling back a little bit towards that value area high. We got to really break through that on the Dow. Would be nice. We could break through that, get some momentum. Here we go, testing that low there, 59.50 or 49.50. Come on, boys, here we go. Sellers are here. Getting there. $48.25 isn't far, guys. Here we go. We're getting edged on that order right now. It went to the tick, but it didn't fill us. Didn't fill us there, but we'll get ready to drop our buy two stop here in case we get out of this trade or out of those first contracts anyways, and then we'll be risk free on the remainder. See if we can't just ride it lower for a bit here. Come on, boys, let's go. Don't edge me again, or am I gonna regret moving my order down again here, guys? Sheesh, look at that. Oh, that saying, don't be a dick for a tick. It's a real thing, guys. It's a real thing. Anyways, this is going to be the candle that gets it here. We got a fresh 5 minute. It's looking pretty bearish. We got to break those 50s again, though. Holding on the 50s right now, the 550s. Good to see we got 6 viewers in the chat right now. How's everybody doing? Are you guys
Music
in any
licensing
trades? Are you
reimagined.
flat, green, red? How's the day going? Feel free to shoot me a message in the comment section there. I'd love to see what you're doing out there. Trading's a pretty solo thing to do, so if we can be part of the community and be a little transparent in our trades, it's always helpful. Can also get some feedback from other people if you tell them what you're doing. Still fighting with that. Those 50s are being a real pain in the butt right now, just being support. We got orders at 47 and 46 down there, which are kind of the big roadblock. But I was kind of feeling like we're going to at least get the 48.25s there.
Artlist.io.
But that's also where, you know what, I'm going to put it to 48.50 here, guys. try to like get out of here. So Jose's still flat. Nice. Flat is a position, guys, if you don't know.
Music licensing
Not taking a
reimagined.
trade can save you a lot of money, which is just like winning money sometimes. So it's good to be flat. Since the stock's going down here, I'm gonna actually lower the table here now and help it go a little bit lower. Hopefully, getting close to our order here. We just need a couple more ticks down to the downside and get out there, and then we'll activate this stop order, which we got ready to go. Come on, boys, come on. Trevor's flat. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's a bit of a challenging day. I don't, like I said earlier, I don't really like trading this high day stuff or all-time high stuff because it's typically pretty unpredictable. Like it can just, you don't really have a lot of levels to trade off of, and get edged there again by a tick, guys. Just it's pretty tough getting this fill here. I'm just like being greedy here for this extra tick here. Come on, guys, one more tick down. You can do it. It's right there. They're battling right now, these buyers and sellers though. So shoot. Do I want to give it one more tick here? I'll take it one tick higher here. Hopefully we'll get it on this next little push down. Knowing my luck, it'll rip right through, and we should have just left it where it was at the 48. But rather just try to get out of this here. That whole saying, oh, we got edged again there, guys. Are we going to get it out here? It really doesn't want to take our orders there. What's going on?
Reimagined.
What's going on here? I don't like that we're finding so much support in this area also, because it's a pretty key level that this could be our reversal area. We're going to get it here. Yes. Okay. Buy two, stop. All right, our stop's in place there. We're going to target these this low of this other candle here. Might get it right away here, guys, actually. If we can get some continued move here. We still have 47 in this trade here.
Music licensing.
So I'm actually going to bring my stop down to the top of this candle here. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. We're out. Nice Randy B candle there right at the very end to close that trade. Finding some buyers there right away. Pulling us back up a bit here. Dow ripped through the bottom there. ES and NQ found support right as it ripped through there. But hey, having that order in place was the right move. Didn't get edged on this one. Went a couple ticks lower, but I'm not complaining in any sense. That's definitely a good trade we got out of that one. So what did we get today? So we made 170 on that trade. Pretty nice trade. So what we'll do now is I'm gonna go to my orders here. Let's go to our reports. I'll try to look away from the chart for a second. I don't get any FOMO trying to get in on something else right now. So for for Trade of 8, when you're
licensing
adding your trades to
reimagined.
TradeZella, you this little button on the side, there's reports here. You click that. You're going to go to your orders tab. You're going to download the CSV file. We'll get this out of the way since our TradeZella, sorry, is not on there. So we're going to go add trade here on TradeZella. We got 1,300 right now in this account before we add this trade. So we're basically 50% of the way of passing that account now after today, which is pretty nice. We do have a minimum of 5 trading days to pass this test, this valuation account. So we're up at 1520 there on that account. So we did take trades in our one account that's in quite a bit of drawdown. We're down 1,800 in that account, unfortunately. One of our big 150K accounts. So, oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Yeah, that's a Lucid. Oh, that's it. Yeah. August 14th account. Is that the one I traded here? Yes. Okay, so let's go back here. Export this. Sorry. So let's go export trade. Export that. Add it over here. Drag and drop our file here, and that one's going to be just under 1,800 now, 1,760. All right, let's go back to our dashboard. Let's see how the month is playing out right here. It's looking pretty good for me so far.
Music licensing reimagined.
Mostly all green so far. The calendar's looking pretty happy. I did have 2 max loss days on this Monday, but between my test accounts, I basically recovered it all and then some. But yeah, so we're up 2.61K between the spread of all of our accounts this week. Only 1 red day on Sunday. Took 2 trades there. Well, it says 12 trades, but took 2 decent sized losers scaling in and out on that day. So yeah, let's get this back over here now, back to where it was. Can think about taking potentially another trade in
Music licensing.
Try to adjust this a little bit. Hey Trevor, no, I was never in the Black Shirt Club. I do subscribe to their the ASFX live stream, so I am a subscriber for that. And my good friend Randy that I trade with, he's been in the Black Shirt Club now for about 1.5 years, I'd say. So I just went through their courses on the ASFX TV multiple times, and then been watching them putting their trades into action. The ICT stuff I like because of I've been Zach Arbucci. If you've seen him, he's on the ASFX TV. He's kind of like, he's actually live right now on there. I'll show you guys real quick. This is what their stream looks like here. So this is Zach here. He trades ICT. He's an awesome trader. He's been killing it this year. He's been getting 10K or more payouts per month recently, and it's all on his ICT heavy. He goes pretty heavy. He's trading like 2 NQ minis, and just scalping out of fair value gaps, just trading into the bias on the day. So yeah, so I do subscribe to them, and I have done a lot of learning from their educational stuff. So I definitely recommend them. They're a great bunch of guys. They're not gonna try to sell you a Lambo, like try to tell you you're gonna get rich. They want you to start small, and not only that, but you can get some good discounts and stuff on things from them. Like they got Austin has some like good discounts from like TradeZella and also Bookmap, Yeah, so mostly I trade, value areas, volume weighted average price, and then I do pay attention to fair value gaps, because especially when they have confluence with other areas, I'll take it into even more consideration. So we ripped through all those orders down there at 46.45, and then now they're all gone. Although, all the resting orders are gone. They still have orders on there, looking like we're gonna go lower. But how long have I been in the market for? I'm coming in from White Rock oh, nice, White Rock, sweet. I'm in Mission. So I grew up in Surrey. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you know Randy, or if you've, but maybe we should try to set up a little get together with Randy and me. Randy's in Surrey, near Port Kells. I grew up in Surrey. I was living, when I moved to BC, I was 9 years old. I ended up living in White Rock for the summer when I moved here at age 9 with my godfather's family. Look at that, guys. Nice move down lower there, pushing right through those bottoms. Wow. So we're just testing the bottom of the range there. Are we going to break lower and continue? There's a 200 EMA down below. That could be where we end up getting support. But I'm actually from Surrey, but I'm one of those guys who just says White Rock. Yeah, so that the rest of the world doesn't think you're a crazy maniac, right? I remember when I was younger, I was playing fast pitch softball, and our team would go, travel to other parts of BC to play tournaments and stuff. And then people would be like, "Oh, you're a Surrey team. Oh, where's your guns?" Right? Where's your guns? You're from Surrey. You must have guns. So, yeah, Surrey's got a bit of a bad name. So I totally get why you say you're from White Rock. But yeah, I grew up when I moved to Surrey. Like I said, I lived in White Rock for the first summer. Then my dad, I was living with my dad. He ended up renting a house on Scott Road Hill. So that would have been like 92nd Ave or so, I think. 92nd and Scott Road, where the big hill is, where it starts going down towards like the flats down there. So I lived like halfway down that hill. I went to Prince Charles Elementary School there. And then we ended up moving more into Wally, 108th Avenue and 128. Yeah, it's pretty deep, Surrey. Yeah, and then after that, we ended up moving to Fleetwood. But ended up settling in Guildford. That's where my dad currently still lives, is Guildford. And then I ended up moving to Maple Ridge for almost 10 years, up until about a year ago. And now I've been in Mission for about 1 year. So yes, if you're interested to get together, have a little traders lunch, we can have a traders chat. What I'll do here is I'll just link you my Discord, and then you can shoot me a message if that's something you're interested in, and then maybe we can set it up. Me and you and Randy can go out for a little lunch and have a traders chat. Here we go. So it's Butcher 2022. Let's see here. There you go, Discord name Butcher 2022 if you want to add me on there. Very nice, guys. We broke that the low of the range there. What time is it right now? 8:19. So where's our 7:30? So we had an initial balance high failure, I guess, a failed auction at the initial balance high. Right there, draw a horizontal line. Let's mark this as our IB high, because if we end up recovering back up there and moving higher, then we're definitely looking bullish, you know. And let's mark this, because this will be our low, so we can mark this as our IB low, initial balance. So if anyone who doesn't know, IB stands for initial balance, and the initial balance is basically the first 1 hour of price action. So from 6:30 a.m. till 7:30 a.m. on West Coast time, or 9:30 to 10:30 on West Coast or East Coast, is that's the initial balance. So if you mark the high and low, that's a pretty key area to know what direction we're going. If we keep continuing here, what I'd like to see is, if we go down maybe to the 200 EMA here, bounce off that, and then reject off this IB low. If we consolidate a whole bunch down below here, might think about taking a short for some continuation here. Maybe we have a pretty nice bearish fair value gap formed down here also now after this nice move. Where is it? Roughly to the bottom of that right there. That's bearish.
Artlist.io.
Little tough day today. Still holding NQ short, but glad I bought Oracle near the open.
Artlist.io.
Oracle, the stock Oracle, I'm assuming you're talking about. Let me see if I can't bring that up here. I'm just curious as to what you're trading there. Oracle.
Music licensing reimagined.
Oh wow, what a gap up, hey? Jeez. If that's what you're talking about, that's wild. So they had a close here. Looks like they had their earning report. They closed at 242, and then since then gapped up for the morning candle 319, so 80 points almost.
Artlist.io.
So you bought it near the open, so you're definitely nicely up. Super bullish there. Earnings report was a surprise that the earnings report looks red, which typically means it was a bad report, but I guess maybe this is a short squeeze then? Where would they be squeezed from? I guess, there's probably buyers here. Where's my little paintbrush here, guys? Is it under this one? No, it's under here, isn't it? Sorry. There we go, paintbrush. So we got these like kind of recent highs, right? So, and over here actually. So we got this whole little section over here too. Kind of this whole area here, right? You can imagine sellers keep piling in because they're expecting a bearish report. So they're again piling in. Oh, they're going lower, so even more confirmation. They're selling on these wicks here as we're starting to go higher, crushing it down, and then boom. So buyers step in, sellers are covering, and that's what's going to make the price rip like that. So good position there. Hopefully you're going to make a bunch of money on that. Let's get rid of these guys. Wow, that's quite the move though. Pretty amazing. Let's get us back here to MESU. Pulling back even more here, guys. I guess I got out of that trade a little bit early, but is what it is. Of MNQ holds the 23,900 and breaks a New York anchor, I'll look to go long. So you got like okay, gotcha. Yeah. Considering a long if we hold that level and then end up taking the New York. Let me open up the NQ here. I did draw this channel here, and it looking like it's sort of respected it there quite well actually. Even though we did get out of it, we ended up getting back below it, and then we sort of got above it and then ripped right back into that channel. So let's let's keep these lines here for now. We could be looking at heading down all the way to there, which would be our 80% setup, which would be all the way down towards the the value area high and the point of control. I mean, a worst case scenario, or not worst case, but a potential target could be the previous day high there. If we continue our move lower, we're currently finding some support on the 5-minute here at the 200 EMA. Wicked off that one pretty nice with the 96 to or 26 up to 34. Finding some buying support there again on this 200 EMA. So if we can hold the 900s, that's what you're hoping. Hey, the 900s is basically down here.
Artlist.io.
And so you're looking for it to hold down here and then break the New York, looking for a move higher. I mean, that's definitely could come to fruition. This could be a higher low, right? Because we did have this low on the London session here. We went higher, and then if we did hold higher than that, so this could be our first higher low, and this could actually end up being a higher low. So if we can break this channel with a decent move, look for a little bit of a pullback to the top of the channel, we could think about taking it. That would be nice if it lines up with the New York also. Give us a little more confluences there.
Artlist.io.
Sorry guys, I'm just gonna have to deal with my dog here for a sec, so I'm just gonna turn off the camera for a minute. Be right back.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm back.
Music licensing reimagined.
Just dealt with the dog there. Had to go to the bathroom and stuff, so.
Artlist.io.
Pretty nice rejection there off this, guys. Off this, there was a bearish fair value gap in there. Could have definitely taken that trade. Like I was saying, I wish I didn't walk away there because it did line up with basically the New York.
Music licensing reimagined.
But you can't catch them all, I guess. So where is this order from? This would be 43 up to 46. 43 on the bottom side up to 46 on the top side. Oh, hold on a second. I'm looking at the wrong indice here. 941 to 966.
Artlist.io.
Look at that thing, man. Beautiful. Beautiful. Dipped into that fair value gap. Head lower. Finding some support at the 200 EMA here. It's only the 200 EMA is only going to hold so many times, you know. Eventually it's going to break it. So Trevor says, I'm done for the day. Thanks, Dave. I send you a message on Discord. We'll tee something up with Randy. Yeah, perfect. Sounds good. Thanks. I will check that right now. See if I make sure I got that. There we go. Friend request. Oh, sorry.
Artlist.io.
Message request. Trevor, gotcha. There we go.
Music licensing reimagined.
There we go. Added you in there. Sweet. Very nice. So Trump was talking. Trump with Russia violating Poland's airspace with drones on Truth Social. He said something and then we went higher. Looking like, when was that? That was 809. So that was back here, I guess? No. 809. Somewhere in here. Oh, that was crude oil. Never mind. That was crude oil, not us. Not on the indice.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Trying to be patient here. See if we can't find another trade. I'm still leaning bearish at this point until we get up above, sort of out of this channel and start moving higher. So we could think about taking a little short at some point here. The more times that the test these fair value gaps, the less chance that it's going to work, because eventually they test it, they're going to jump through. I don't have a Discord channel, but that's just like my personal Discord name. I've been talking with Randy about starting a channel because, you know, we have sort of our trader group, right? So we kind of got, you know, there's me, Randy, Christine, and Nina. I don't know if you guys saw her. She came live yesterday on the stream for a little bit. She's looking to join us. And then we also got what's his name? Drawing a blank for some reason right now. I shouldn't forget his name though. Nick Jocelyn. So we are thinking about just kind of starting a channel just so we can start having a little place for community, for people to post their markups and stuff. So I will definitely let you guys know if that comes to a reality. So we're currently sitting on the 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart for both the NQ and the ES. So this is a pretty key area because, like I said previously, I'll just bring this over real quick so we can see this. But since we you know, leapt off last night after hours higher, we did come and test this 200 EMA on the 5-minute, and now we're testing it again here, finding some support. And if you look back to the NQ here, very similar situation. Took off here, did pull back to the previous day high and the 200 EMA, found support, went higher, found some support there again, found support again here. At some point though, obviously the 200 EMA can also fail, but right now it's looking pretty good. We're heading back into that fair value gap on the ES there. It's not really coinciding with anything necessarily, just the 9 EMA. So I probably wouldn't take that on the ES, especially with the way that the Dow looking like it might be bouncing here. This could be a turning point actually. So it is, you know, retracting to the very bottom of that big candle we had, that news candle from the morning. Wouldn't it have been nice to be long in here, hey? Buying, and then just selling it up here. That would have been beautiful. Hindsight, right? But that's all really risky, taking trades on news candles. Patrick Whelan style. Getting up into this area here in this bearish fair value gap. So let's see what happens here. We're right at that. Remember we were talking about this earlier, this New York handoff with lining up with this channel in a bearish fair value gap. So could think about taking a short here with an invalidation at the top of the range there. I'm going to try to get in on this one here. We're only going 3 contracts, not looking for a huge move back down. We'll just close this out with about 80. Let's go to a 1-to-1, so roughly 120 to 120 here. Just lots of confluences there. Hard to not take that trade. It looks like if it's going to reject, it'll probably reject pretty quickly here. If we don't get a rejection fairly fast, if this doesn't start moving lower quickly, I'll probably just get out of this trade sooner than later. But with the bearish fair value gap, the New York, everything there, this down trend line, we have a lot of confluences working in our favor here. So I think it's worth taking this trade. Bouncing here a bit. Let's hope we don't get too high up above this view up here. Kind of invalidate it. If if we start pushing higher above that New York, then I would say this trade is a done deal. We're only risking $108 on the high side and $117 on the bottom side. Could kind of like try to retest those lows here out of this fair value gap. If we do end up start ripping lower here, I could think about adding a little bit more and then just, you know, trying to get out at the low there. We need to move pretty quick though here, guys. I don't like that it's taking its time to head lower. Typically these fair value gaps show a pretty strong rejection, a pretty fast price action. So I mean, worst case scenario, we're only risking $100 on this trade, keeping the trade small today. Don't want another full loss day again. Thinking about adding one more here. Yeah, we added one more there. Just hoping for this area to hold here. There's just a lot of confluences saying that it should reject, but may not. I mean, so we got a risk of 130 now. Our exit price is a little bit better, 159 on there.
Artlist.io.
Need to see a move here pretty soon lower, guys. The buyers are still here a bit, looking like. So actually what we could do is we could target the bottom of the range here, and we'll cover some of them here. We'll cover 50% of it right there. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want to limit by 2. So if we can get down there, we'll cover 2, and then see if we can't get the other 2 to run to the lows there. But pretty slow reaction here, guys. Not loving it right now. Currently, we have been holding these lows, and we did, you know, this is a pretty bullish candle, so this could potentially be a losing trade here. But this is a battle area, so
music licensing.
I don't know. I might be flat. Might be. What are the chances? Jose's flat? No way. That's like the ongoing joke, right? Because you're always so patient waiting for your setup. Come on, Bears, let's step in here. See that we got to retest that 200 EMA again here. But yeah, if we start popping up, the only thing is the Dow and the ES are looking pretty bullish right now, guys. So maybe I shouldn't have taken this trade here. Could think about cutting it early. The way that those other 2 guys are bouncing, we're coming up on the New York, on the ES, and we're coming up on the pre-markets previous day's electronic hour VWAP on the Dow. So need a reaction here, guys, but not liking it with that close. Little bullish 5-minute close there. Took the high of this previous wick. So we're fighting with the New York here right now currently. If we can start pushing below, if we can get a closure down here somewhere, could think about adding one more contract. But yeah, it's looking pretty bullish at the moment. Risking 133, not a big deal if we end up losing this trade. That's a good thing about being in small size today. Like I said, anything could happen. So actually, I'm gonna give this a teeny bit more space, just out of the top of the thing here. fair value gap, but looking not good, guys. Looking not good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close this here. Give it a few more seconds. We are kind of coming up on these low wicks here, so this could be the rejection point. Yeah, let's get some music change here. Maybe that'll help us out. Got a couple new songs I picked up, so let's do the morning booster. There we go. We got a bit of a rejection there, guys. Starting to move lower here. Are we going to take and hold this in New York is the question. That's going to be really key for us to... And then the next step is getting below this channel here. Buyers stepping in there down at the 50s again. The 950s. Pushing up here again. Oh, shoot.
Music licensing reimagined.
Not loving it right now, guys, but you know, it's not over just yet. We did wick up there a little bit, right to, like I was saying, these candle lows here are going to be sort of a resistance. So I probably won't cut this one early just because, you know, true invalidation is definitely if we get up around this area. We could even, yeah, we'll just leave it. But
Artlist.io.
You know what? Actually, I'm just going to move it to right there. That's $150 on this trade. Let's remove this take profit. We're going to shoot for the lows here. So we're risking 150 to make 300 potentially if we can head lower here.
Music licensing reimagined.
There's a good chance we're going to be heading all the way down here to these to the value areas, or at least previous day high. You know, something like we could just target the bottom of that wick there. It's actually 400 profit, which would be, you know, almost a little more than a 2-to-1 risk to reward on that trade. Don't be afraid to like consider your trade as it's going, right? If you want to like adjust your, I'm okay with moving your stop and profit just a little bit. Obviously we don't want to be bringing it way up here just because, well, really the invalidation's up here, but like at that point it's kind of too late, right? So we got a minute 25 on this candle. Hopefully we can get a close down here below the trend line and everything. Even below this bearish fair value gap would be ideal. Lots of time left on this candle for that to happen. Let's get our book map on the NQ here. It's been on ES. Nothing below though, hey guys. We got like no orders below except for down at 886, which is down here below the previous day high.
Artlist.io.
Getting a little bit of a bounce here. I hope this isn't going to be, you know, this kind of actually worries me a bit, it being so dark, because really the draw on liquidity is up there at the 987, 990 area. So it's looking like we're probably going to get stopped, to be honest, the way that these candles are looking. But that's all good, because we're at 68, not much for orders up there. 65, 70. We only got 33 orders in there at the 68-ish area. So pretty easy for these buyers to take it if they want. Don't like that closure. Don't like that closure.
Artlist.io.
Almost considering adding a little more risk here since we're so close to our stop. You know, then we're only going to lose, you know, we could lose 8 points on this last contract if I added here. If we start taking this 21 EMA to the downside, I'll think about adding here again. Let's turn off our chart confirmations just because it's kind of in the way here. Bouncing here to the top of the range. looking like we're probably going to get stopped out here, guys. Unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot of orders to be stopping us in between where we are and where our stop is. Not over yet, but leaning towards stopping us out here. Yeah, if we can break the low of this current 5-minute candle, I'll think about adding one more in there. We can head lower. We did wick up right to the top of that fair value gap, 65.25 area. But they're probably going to sweep out this high here. Unfortunately, should have saw that come in. That could have actually been the entry point, but it's also the invalidation, which would be the point where we could potentially start heading higher. So probably stopping out.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, looking like it's going to take us out here in a sec here, guys. Just popped up there a little bit more. A couple ticks away from the stop. Be nice to get edged on the stop, but doesn't look like it. It's going to take us out here. Yeah, right there. All right, so lost 155 on that trade. Didn't work out. Should have listened to myself on the second attempt on that fair value gap. Was no good. Does this channel actually look better like that?
Artlist.io.
The only thing I did like is that when we had it here, this one lined up perfect, and I just copied that over and brought it there, so it lined up pretty much perfect to those wicks. Maybe even like that.
Music licensing reimagined.
Took a small loss on that trade, unfortunately down 155 in this account. Only taking 2 trades per account in theory. So 5 viewers right now. Thanks for showing up, everybody who is here. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button if you can. And if you're not subscribed, could subscribe also. That would be very much appreciated in my channel or Randy's or both of our channels, so you don't miss up any of our updates or anything. I do have some videos coming out. What do I got here? Let's take a look. 10th.
Music licensing reimagined.
So the 10th. Where's my next video coming out? Looks like I don't have a video for the 10th. What's going on here? Oh, the date was flipped upside down. That's why. Yeah, it looks like I don't have anything coming out on the... Oh, yeah. Weird. I published 2 yesterday, though. It looks like.
Artlist.io.
Huh, this seems weird. My looks a little weird right now. What is this? Pre-market preps. August 9th.
Music
Oh, that's August 9th.
reimagined.
Okay, there we go. Ha. All right. So today at 10 a.m. I do have a video, a fair value gap trade video coming out, and then I have some candle and trading secrets on the 12th, and the 11th and the 13th. I have a couple. I got a TradeZella back testing short And just a little fun short coming out on the 13th. So yeah, we got some videos scheduled for the next few days here. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you want to get notified for any of those upcoming videos. And then since we might have some new people in the chat and stuff, let's take a quick look back at what Top 1 Futures has going on right now. If you're going to buy any of their accounts, please use my market code there. You can get a discount there. So Market Butcher Trades, MBT is the code. So they got these new Ignite accounts at 25K with a maximum loss limit of 1,000, equity stability score. So 20%. So that means that, your biggest loss with your biggest win can only equal 20% of your profit target, or your if you get too big a size, then you're going to have to wait till you get the equity stability score to be 20%. So if you're you need to be doing a $125 winner versus a $125 loser at so you need 10 days. So 125 at winners would get you there at 10 days winners. Drawdown is end of day drawdown, and the price is super cheap. So you can get instant funded for $89. So that's really cheap. You don't have to do a test evaluation account or anything. Get straight to funded right away. Just with a little bit more strict rules, and that's why you get such a good price. So you're going to have to keep the profits and losses pretty tight. And then they also have the Ignite 50K account. So the maximum loss limit is 2,000 on those accounts. Same equity stability score of 20%. So again, add your biggest loss with your biggest winner. That can only be 20% of your profit target or your potential payout target. End of day drawdown, which is good. So whatever, if you end up losing a trade and you recover it later, you're not going to be down on your intraday drawdown. Is a lot tougher. And your profit target's $2,500 on these ones. These ones are pretty cheap also, $150 using MBT code, Market Butcher Trades. So if you get a chance, you can do that. Hey, Jose, to be honest, not very often. I have on occasion in the past, but really I don't really smoke, no. But I just thought it was cool. And then when I had this little guy here, I put the cigar on there just because I thought I looked cool, like the old rustic style. And like a butcher from back in the day would probably be a cigar smoker, right? So but yeah, so that's why I end up doing that there. So we're pulling back here, guys. We did hit that 968 area. So I'm going to export this trade and take a look at my day really quick now. I think we're pretty much back to a break-even day after that loss there. So this would be our July 30th account. That's too bad. Gave back 160 on that one. So yeah, only 271 profit now in that account. Let's look at our dashboard now for the day. Yeah, we're only up $53 currently on this account now, between these accounts on the day's trades. So it is what it is. Can't win them all, right? Look at that pullback now. Should have moved my stop a little bit higher. We basically got edged out on our stop right there. Moving a bit lower. Could think about entering again, looking for shorts. This could actually be the long entry. We'll have to see how it reacts when we get down to this, because we did close outside of this, so this technically is an invalid gap, right?
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's see here. But we just did form a new gap right at the bottom of this one, so this did form a new bearish fair value gap right here. 51 to 58 roughly. There we go, that's pretty close.
Artless.io.
Man, the book map is so empty right now. There's really nothing around us here. Just orders up above. We did dip into those a while back, but nothing really since then. These orders came back on here as we were heading up, but then they disappeared. So some big dogs playing with the orders there. Yeah, the cigar thing's purely marketing thing, just thought it would look cool. If we can break this, if we end up breaking this 200 EMA with any momentum, we could think about taking a short, trying to like target the lows here. Let's see, we could put our stop above the fair value gap, so something like this. So that would be a 1-to-1 roughly trade for invalidation. 34 points, $2 per point, so $68 per contract at that price. So, you know, 3 contracts, 6, 12, 18, $180 could be the risk on something like that. Maybe about 3 contracts. We're moving lower here pretty nicely though. And of course, that whole thing worked out. If only I would have moved my stop just a touch higher, would have been still in this trade. It's the name of the game so far. It seems like with my NQ trades, is I keep putting my stop a little bit too tight. Trying not to move it too much though. Let's see our chart executions here. I want to just see where we did get stopped out there exactly. Stopped out at 96.50. So 96.50, it did go to, or 68.50. 68.50 is where we stopped. Oh damn, hey guys. 68.50 was basically the top of that candle, guys. It went to 69 something. High was 69.25. So we got ticked out by, we got 3 ticks. We got knocked out of that trade, and you know, we're basically to our profit target there. That's unfortunate. I guess I got to start thinking about that for NQ. Got to give it a little bit more room, and like I was saying, they're going to take out these highs, which they pretty much did. What was this? High was 70, so it didn't even quite take out that high. So if I would have just played the high of that candle, we would have been safe. It's too bad. What can you do? Coming down to the 200 EMA here, finding a little bit of support. Could have been an entry there. 28 up to 36 already. 8 points right away. Let's. This music's not the best. What else we got here? Let's go with this guy. Oh, I was feeling like I should get in along there, guys. But wasn't really planning that out, so I'm not going to take it. We do have probably another fair value gap here, yes. So could think about entering the short in this area, actually. right to the bottom of that wick to the top of that candle. This is a new fair value gap. We're looking a little more bearish now that we've been pulling back. Touch that fair value gap right there, 38. Now we're down to 30, so 8-point move right there too. Could think about trying to just get into a quick scalp here. So we got 6 viewers still, guys. I do have room for one more trade in this account. Could try to make this this loss go away. Would be nice. It's 9 o'clock. Hey, I do have to get going. Probably 9:30 at the latest. So if we can find something happening before then, good. If not, we'll end the day up $50 overall. Took that nice trade, and too bad the nice trade was in the trade. One of my test accounts. So I'm just gonna grab some more coffee. I'll be all right. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't lose any viewers, luckily. I'm always worried about that when I walk away. It's like, I wonder if I'm going to lose somebody right now. So we're getting a chance to take another short here on this fair value gap, guys. I mean, we're just kind of getting to that pinch point here, because if you look, sort of this 200 EMA is just pinching in this area, pinching the price in this area here. So it would be nice to see us rip lower, and this would be a much better entry price. But how are we looking here? I want to take a look at the other two indices. So we're in the middle of that range on the ES. The Dow did find support down at the point of control, and NQ is slightly below that channel. So it's really hard to get a read on this. Lots of choppy price action. We've been floating around in this price now for, in this range here for quite some time. So are we going to get a move here? That's a good question, but let's see what happens. $2.55 left on this candle. We did dip into the fair value gap a tiny bit there, not really breaking this downward trend line. So that's the only negative part about this that I'm seeing right now is we do have the New York above, but this trend line, if it's holding true, like it seems like it looks like it is right now, if we are up here, then there's a good chance, we might be breaking breaking that trend line to go higher. It's hard to get a read down here. We don't got a whole lot of levels near us, just a 200 period EMA, and then the trend line, which is we do have that one upward trend line that kind of runs like, I'll just roughly draw it on here. It's probably not perfectly accurate, but it kind of went right through there, and then it ended up sort of like right there. So this is a long-term trend line. It's from like way back. Way back. So we're kind of at a bit of a crossroads here. Death cross. I don't know if that means anything, but I just felt like saying that. It sounded cool. Hey Andrew, 904. He said, I will take. Are you taking a short or something, or taking a long? 904. Are you taking a long there? Maybe. Somewhere in this area. Oh, guys, my coffee is no longer that hot. As you can see, the Tim Hortons cup is now empty, and there's no Timbits box with the ghost popping out on the back. Coffee's coffee. I can adjust this camera angle back down a little bit here. So we did reject off that. $42. We were down at 34, so almost an 8-10 point move again on that. We got 4 seconds left on this candle here. What I really want to do is I want to see us start moving with some momentum, though. Like, currently we're just kind of stuck in this chop. Are we going to get this opportunity to take this lower here? Maybe. Could also be a buy off of this 200 EMA. It's such a key area here. Not really sure what to do. Could think about buying it above the 43 and selling it below the 19. Touch that fair value gap again there. Probably should put in like a high day view up here on this candle over here. Turn that one purple. That's also at the top of the range there. Dow's coming up to its New York here. Back in that fair value gap there, guys. Oh, yawning. Sort of liking this rejection here again.
Artlist.io.
Oh, pushing down there, but finding some support there. The buyer stepped in right away. As you can see on the tape on the right side there, we had a whole bunch of green coming through. There's a bit of a battle happening right here, guys. This is going to be the turning point. If we're going to head lower, this is going to be where the battle is going to take place. Looking like the buyers are holding so far, but can they maintain is the question here. Looks like we've got 7 viewers. Randy's channel's overtaking our channel. Maybe Randy and Christine popped in, or one of them, or both of them over there to check it out. But yeah, we've got 4 and 4 right now. We've got an even battle, buyers and sellers, Randy's and Dave's channel here. All right, guys, come on. What are we gonna do here? We're getting one of these right now. Oh, busted. Look at that. He's here. Called that one. I was like, their stream's over, so he's probably here.
Reimagined.
Busted him, eh? Welcome, 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 welcome. So just gonna link up the stream schedule here, guys. On Tuesdays, Randy's streaming Tuesdays, so if you guys are wondering there, he's also there on Tuesday. But Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday is my schedule roughly. Sometimes I'm joining them on Tuesdays also, so keep that in mind. Looking like we're flirting with that 200 EMA here right now, guys. So are we gonna be breaking that to move lower here? Let's see. It's been support over and over, so breaking it there. Gonna jump in short here for hopefully get a little scalp out of the way. Just targeting the bottom of the range. Not a very big move here.
Artlist.io.
Kind of need some momentum on this continuation here. If it comes back up much past the 200 EMA, I'm probably just going to stop it out. Let's get in case we get some sort of gigantic wicking movement here. But I'm hoping that this 200 EMA is now going to be resistance, and it's going to help us move a little bit lower here. Not looking for too much on this trade, just a little scalp to the low of the range here. Thinking about going break even here on this now, just since we're in the money. Let's move this down. Let's try to take off 4 here. Limit by 4, and we'll leave one runner. Looks like we might stop though. Yeah, we stopped out there. We stopped out break even on that, $7. Didn't want to risk too much on that trade, so unfortunately, I think that's going to be the end of the trades for this account. So we've done 2 trades there. Don't want to make this any better or any worse at this point. Any worse, more likely. So, let's get this off here before we get tagged in. That's one thing you got to remember, guys. If you're putting floating orders in there, it burned me a while ago, actually. Sometimes when you put some orders in, if you don't clear it off after, they can be left there. And then one day I finished what I thought was finished trading, did my markup. I sent my markup to my trading partner there, Scott. And then I actually went to take a nap. And when I came back from the nap, my account got wicked out at the daily loss limit somehow. So I ended up hitting my daily loss limit on some orders that I had forgot to close off. So don't make that mistake. At the end of your trades, just try to get in the habit of flatten all or cancel all. It'll get rid of any orders. So like if you have a limit sell order up here, you can just cancel all and it'll get rid of it. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't make the same mistake I did. It's too bad there. We would have been out there if I didn't go break even, but I didn't want to risk giving anything back on this trade. Just looking for a tight scalp. Didn't really work as fast as I wanted it to, but look at that. We're heading lower now. Right idea, wrong trade management there.
Artlist.io.
ES is rolling off. Seems like it's a little bit harder. I think that's probably going to be the last trade of the session though here. I do have to get going pretty soon.
Artlist.io.
What I could do is I think I might just do my markups here. So we'll go back to our first account here, show our executions.
Music licensing reimagined.
Didn't I take 2 trades on this one? Oh yeah, one was on NQ, one was on ES. So we're gonna have a couple markups to do, different markups to do here. So this one, again, wicked out on that trade, unfortunately. So we went long there. Let's go down to the 1 minute. It's a little easier to see, so I can mark this up better.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, I got wicked out. I remember I had my stop down at the previous day high, and then I ended up moving it up a bit and got stopped out on that one. So let's mark that up here. 1 minute chart on the trading view. Try to get some of this homework done before I end the session here. So long position. That was what time was that? 6:49. Three contracts, and I was targeting the top of that candle for the TP. Unfortunately, we would have missed our TP on that trade anyways, but probably would have covered some of the trade by the time we got up there. Original stop was there. So entered 3 long.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, and then we got stopped out on that,
Artlist.io.
on this wick, unfortunately, on that. Wicked out in this trade. after I moved my stop up. Should have left stop in original position.
Music licensing reimagined.
Wouldn't have stopped out. Okay, so that's that one there. Leave that. That was my first trade, I think, right? Yes, it was. So I'm gonna link that to my trading view or my TradeZella real quick. We'll copy this link. We'll head over to TradeZella. Open up our calendar here. Add a note. That's not what we want here. Let's go dash daily journal. View note. Add our daily template. So this is our first trade. So 150K account, August 14th account, loss on NQ. All right, so that one's good. We can delete that now off of the chart. Clean that up. Go back to ES here for our second markup here on this second trade on this account. So still this account, but we need to go to MES.
Music licensing
there we go.
Reimagined.
Pretty nice trade on the second trade there, guys. Entered long, added on the strong break above the opening range, 15-minute range. Looks like I went in 3 and added 3 there, both on those candles.
Artlist.io.
So that was what time is this here? This is a 7 o'clock candle. So long position, and we entered at 55.25 and 56.25. So we can just do 55.75 as our entry for 6 contracts. And we were targeting roughly that high.
Music licensing reimagined.
And we scaled out, and then we stopped in our last one there. So we sold 3 on this candle here, sold 3 here, sold 3 a little bit higher on this next candle at 61. Sold 3 more, sold 1 more on this next bearish candle. Oh, we're on the 5-minute candle here. That's why I'm like, why is this looking so weird here, guys? So this is where I gotta adjust this a bit here. Right there, this one. Sold 3 on that candle. And sold 1 on this next downturn candle at 60s. Sold 1. And then we stopped out on this slightly break even on this last candle at 556.75. 56.75.
Music licensing reimagined.
Stopped out last 2 slightly in profit. So that trade, I think, what did I make there? Entry time was a 7:08, right? Or 7 o'clock candle.
Artlist
7:04. So 180, 200, like $205. So recovered the loss and up a little bit on the account there with that second trade. Let's copy this guy, copy link. We'll go back over to our TradeZella here, dashboard. Nope, daily journal, sorry.
Music licensing reimagined.
150K account. August 14 win on ES. Okay, so I'll just give you guys a quick look at that, how I just marked that up. Nothing too detailed in this one. I could add a little bit here, so I didn't write anything for my entry, looks like. So that was the opening range high, right? Yeah, break of the opening range high with
Music
momentum.
licensing reimagined.
Scaled in 2 orders of 3 contracts. There we go. I should actually, I'm going to copy this now. I should have had that written on there before I copied it to TradeZella. Copy that link. Let's go back in here to this note. We're going to delete this and paste the new one in there.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, so we can get rid of that now. And then we took another trade on NQ and the other account. 2 trades on NQ, 1 loser and 1 break even. How are we looking here, guys? Did we end up moving any lower? Kind of bounced back up and looking like we're trying to take that low again there. So that's a yes, though, but let's get back to the NQ here.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, it's too bad. Hey guys, we would have hit our profit target there with that trade we were looking at. I had my profit target right just above that range there. The 4 contracts would have been out there, break even on the balance. Wrong account here. Let's go this account. So again on this trade, looking back at the NQ, had my stop too tight there. That's why we ended up getting wicked out on that stop. Small loss, 167 loser. Where is that here? Entered at 839. Right there. Took that short position at 839. Sold 3 at 948 price. 948. We had our stop basically almost to the tick. We got stopped out on that one, unfortunately.
Music licensing reimagined.
Right about there. We had our take profit set at the bottom of the range. Right? Yes, I think we were shooting for the bottom of the range on that trade. Something like that. Ended up stopping there. So short. So we were short for MNQ at New York VWAP and trend line also had a bearish fair value gap in place. Stopped out to the tick almost. Down 123 plus 31, 30, 40, 50, 153. 153. Let's call it 155. Okay, and then we'll just do our last markup here, the little scalp we tried at the end, which we stopped out even here. So that was also another short here, short position, 920.50. Shooting for what the target that we actually ended up hitting, but we stopped out break even before it came to fruition. So So we were short. Actually, we went a little bit bigger size there off the get-go. 5 MNQ short. Nice break of the 200 EMA, looking to target the opening range low. And then basically got into profit. 9:02. That's the wrong time, isn't it? 9:19. I was looking at the wrong area here. 9:02.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
So in the money, brought stop, break, even, and price came back quickly. And stopped me out.
Artlist.io.
All right, so just finished those write-ups there. So those are ready to go into the TradeZella. One loser and one break even. Okay, so rolling over there a bit again here, guys, on this. Let's get back to the 5 minute. I'm just going to copy this. Just finish this real quick before we look at that. Send you guys off with some levels and stuff to think about for going forward here. So paste this one in place. This is the 150K. July 30 account. One loss, one break even. I'll end up doing the rest of my write-ups later in the day. We'll just leave it there for now. Let's get back to here real quick. Rolling over here, guys. It's looking like it wants to go. It really does want to go here.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'm definitely feeling some FOMO here. I want to go take this short down lower. Good thing I didn't though. It might find some buyers here in this area, but to be honest, it's just looking heavy. So new 5-minute candle, new 1-minute candle there. How are we looking on the 5 here? Still stuck in that channel, guys. Poor trade management on that last trade, going break even there. I could have just left my stop where it was. We would still be in this trade up, you know, what did we enter? 20. So we would have been up, you know, 16 points there. 16 times 2 is 30. 32 times 5, $150. That's what we were shooting for. Okay. So 9:41, pushing a little bit past, took about 11 minutes to get that write-up finished. Thanks for coming to the stream, guys. Appreciate all the viewers. We got 7 people watching right now, 4 in Market Butcher's channel, Dave's channel, mine, and 3 in Randy's. Nice turnout today, considering it is a weekday. Usually I struggle to get the views on during the week just because there's so many other options out there for you guys to watch. Bouncing here a bit. We've been fighting the edge of this trend line all the way down here. Hey guys, I really want to keep trading, but unfortunately I got to get going. But you know, looking like we're gonna head towards these value areas here. That would be my big, larger bias, I should say. I'm a little more biased to think that we're going to head lower to these POCs, and we got the developing point of control down here, which is like an ongoing. Pretty much every day we put in a new day. I just check the volume profile for, you know, since the start of the month leading up till now, and this is basically where the point of control is. So that's kind of why I'm thinking we're going to head lower too. It just lines up with a bunch of these things. We do have the previous day's New York VWAP where we're coming up to here at 896 area. Just going to clear off these write-offs off my chart here so it's nice and clean again. Thought we'd get a bit more of a volatility day today, but it seems pretty quiet, all things considered, with the big news and stuff coming out before the session. So but yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. I do gotta feed Ralph and I gotta hit the road here. Let's take a quick look at the calendar before we get out of here. So not too bad on the day. Ended up still green, $59 or $53.90, $54 on the day. Didn't ruin my calendar yet. If I can just keep these green stretches going. So what if you lose a couple, like a break-even day? It's all good. There's always tomorrow and Friday, and then next week and the following week. So just gotta keep that in mind. Keep trading away here.
Artlist.io.
Small base hits. Try not to keep those losses smaller if you can. We are pushing lower here though. Jeez. Just broke the low of that previous candle there. Might end up finding some support there. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you showing up. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already. And check out Top 1 Futures. We got those awesome sales going on right now on these Ignite accounts. Probably some of the cheapest straight to funded accounts you can get in there. The rules are a little bit more strict, but as long as you manage it, you know, set your daily loss limits and you know, set your daily profit targets using the Project X platform, which is super good. You just hit your little gear icon on Project X. You can come in here to your risk settings. You can set your bracket order. Anytime that you enter a trade, it'll automatically put your stop and loss in there, and you can set your personal daily loss limit or your personal daily profit target so that it'll liquidate and block you after you hit those, so you don't blow your equity stability score out of the water or your consistency score. So, but yeah, appreciate you guys showing up. Tomorrow's Thursday will be live on Randy's channel tomorrow morning, starting at live at 9:30 a.m., 6:30 a.m. on Vancouver time, 9:30 a.m. East Coast. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. So thanks a lot for coming, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day and good luck out there if you're in any trades or take any more on the day. But yeah, we're ending it there. So take care. Have a good one.